Hi guys, I am live, it looks like. Now this is the first time I'm going to be using Be Live TV directly to my Facebook page. So I have no idea if I'm actually using it correctly, but I thought, you've got to try it. You've got to put yourself out there, as I keep telling all of my students. So I'm going to check this out and try it for the very first time today and post it on my personal page and also on my business. So about a few exciting things that are happening. I've been struggling through this rehab, this renovation. Sorry, in Australia, people, their faces go, oh, you're going through rehab? I gotta go to rehab. No, I'm not going to rehab. I'm doing a full house renovation, and this studio, my tiny little private space, is the only space in the entire house that is not completely demolished. So it's very interesting trying to work with tile dust coming in the door and drilling going outside, and it's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, but it's looking awesome. And I wanted to actually do a little like a comparison of how the renovation in my life and simultaneously doing a diet and simultaneously writing my first online course is actually aligned, and it feels like it's the same type of transformation. It's very weird. When you're making over a house and you're stripping everything back to absolutely nothing, right? You're stripping everything away and you're going right back to the cement and there's nothing left. And then you've got this clean slate to start building upon again. I look at voice work being exactly the same, because when my clients come to me, they have layers and layers and layers of stuff going on in their lives. Very popular thing that's going on with my client, not popular, but common thing that's going on with my speaking clients, is that they come from a background where something happened that made them close up their throat chakra area as a way of surviving. And mostly, it's simple things like, being yelled at too much or being criticized too much by people, or, having a parent that's over judgmental or really strong. I've seen it with, army parents, or just people who are going through their own stuff. And unfortunately, we do dump on our children accidentally. We don't mean to do that, but that's what we do when we're growing ourselves. And when that happens as a child, a lot of my clients come to me as 30, 40, 50-year-old people, and they have all these weird issues going on. So their issues may be holding the sound in their throat muscles, like really, really tightening up their throat muscles and sort of squeezing their larynx and the voice box so their vocal folds are pressing together. Or it could be that they have jaw tension. I have a lot of that with clients as well. I've had a lot of jaw tension issues. Some people, it's clenching the teeth. Some people, on the other hand, they, instead of going tension-wise, they take the other track and they go completely lazy and sort of listless and lacking in energy. And so they're sounding lacking in energy and enthusiasm, and so the vocal folds don't close properly. So a lot of these things that have happened over the years, that my clients come in with all these issues that have come from their psychology and not necessarily the way that they're using their voice. So what's happened over time is it started out as maybe a voice issue that they came in with, but they've realized over time that it's really a buildup of psychological stuff that's happened that's made them react in a certain way, that's made them then have all these muscle tensions. So I really do liken it to my renovation. When we're doing voice work, we strip everything back and we start again with proper fundamentals and the basics of everything, and we start from the beginning. But simultaneously, you've always got to work on your mind and your psychology at exactly the same time, because otherwise you're trying to put a Band-Aid on something and you're not going to fix it completely. You've got to be very aware of where your muscle patterns came from. And so that's what I do as a counselor and a voice coach. I help you sort of unpack all those layers of what happened and what was holding you back and what's making those very weird voice patterns for you and stopping your voice becoming the best it can possibly be. So I finally finished my very first online course, and I'm going to put a link below so you can see it. And I'm offering it to 10 of my clients or would-be clients. If you're interested in voice on, this might be a really good starting point for you. And it's called Change Your Voice, Change Your Life, the psychology behind your sound. Now, I wrote that course first because even though I have 3 other books out, I found that this was really, really important to start with what made those muscle affectations kick in the first place. Was it something that happened in the past? Is it something that you've been through personally? Is it just bad habits from your culture and your familial conditioning, or our language and our culture in that way? The people that are surrounding us, we mimic their sounds as well. So you could have just grown up with, lazy articulation and a few other things that may be holding you back. But this course is going to really help you break through any of those psychological blockages and help you identify things that are going on in your own voice. So Change Your Life, Change Your Voice, Change Your Life, the psychology behind your sound is out now, and I've got a link to it on my website, and I'm going to put the link below. If you would like to do that course, just give me a shout out below, leave a comment, and I'll send you the link directly. So this was my first Facebook Live with Be Live TV. I'll work it out as I go. I'll hopefully get better over time, and I'll see you next time. Bye.